It's still pretty boggy even after all this dry months over lockdown. We had a pretty wet week and that's a real swamp down there. There's lots and lots of thistles growing in there. Now, you wouldn't catch me doing this unless I was on death's door from hunger, but you can actually dig up the roots of those, and the roots are edible. But you obviously need a good pair of gloves because those things are pricklier than a hedgehog. But yeah, so this little path here leads into the woods, and I'm hoping there's not too big of a stile because I'm definitely hobbling today. Injured my knee falling off a ladder rather embarrassingly about 3 months ago, and it's nobody will see it because of the lockdown in terms of, you know, health professionals, and it's not right by a long way. So I've got my this is the Cold Steel African walking stick. Actually, it's a brilliant bit of kit, indestructible polypropylene, and you know, totally bomb proof and quite lightweight as well. Yeah, so I'm in the belt of woodland now, just having a wander around. No particular goals other than a bit of exercise and a bit of fresh air. Because it's threatened to rain and it's showered, there's not many people about even though it's a Sunday. But yeah, it's a nice peaceful spot actually, considering you're not far from Oldham. And some really gnarly looking beech trees about. Anyway, I'm going to head down that way, I think. So, I don't know if you've seen my previous video, I recently got a wood carving set. And this is an oak. And actually oaks is the family name on my mother's side. So I thought I'd try a bit of carving some oak. So I just found this already sort of broken off piece. And this is the Laplander saw, which is absolutely amazing, by the way. I'm well impressed with it. This is quite a, you know, a tough piece of gnarly oak down near the base where it'd be knotted and all sorts. And I'm nearly through it actually. There it goes. So yeah, it's rolled off down there. So this is a really cool spot. Some humongous beech trees, I think they are, mainly. A few birch and what have you about. Yeah, it's nice. Some kids have had a go at making a den, which I think is cool as well. That's what kids should be doing. And gonna head up there now, where there's a path. Yeah, the ground is absolutely littered with beech nut shells, but I've not found any beech nuts. I think there must be some real fat squirrels around here. Unless, what's that? Oh, there's like a bit of a rotten one. Yeah, but the 90% of them at least have all been chowed down. Tandle Hill Park, the summit. It's Manchester in the distance. We're actually in Royton. Monument to the men of Royton who died in World War I and World War II. And a pretty good view really, considering we're just outside of Oldham. So, yep, that's why it's called Tandle Hill, because of this hill. The highest point for some distance around. This is quite funny. I just sat down underneath a Scotch pine and I'm hearing plonk, plink, and then something hits me on the head. And I look up and there's squirrels just feasting on these things. Young pine cones. And there's literally one falling down about every 3 or 4 seconds. You can see the teeth marks in them still. They're just literally, while I'm talking to you now, they're falling down all the time. I think there must be 2 or 3 squirrels up there. I've only seen one of them, but there's that many nuts falling down. But anyway, one of them managed to get me right on the top of the head amusingly. So yeah, I'm just... yeah, look, there's another one just fell down now. They're having a proper feast up there. Anyway, I need a crash helmet around here, so I might move on. It's at the edge of the park here. Some farmland. Just going to grab some pine needles actually. One second, there we go. Because they make really nice tea. I think it's nice anyway, not everybody does. Some people think it tastes a bit medicinal. But if you just get the actual needles themselves, some fresher younger ones than this, I'll get some in a minute. Wash them. Literally shove them in your, if you're camping or something, shove them in your mug. Boil them up in the water, a good handful of them. I'd like to sort of leave them on the twig so that you can just pull them out in one go. And then absolutely packed like with massive amounts of vitamin C, amongst other things. And yeah, the first time I tried them I was like, in the way they're really nice. But I think opinion is mixed on that, so you'd have to try yourself. As you can see all the lazy cows doing nothing. It's a Sunday I suppose. I've just decided to have a sit down for 5 minutes on this fallen dead tree. And I just thought I'd show you my sword peasant knife, the pocket knife friction folder, because it's brilliant, especially for about 16 or 17 pounds in the UK. Indestructible type, I think polypropylene handle scales, and just an absolute wicked blade. You know, it's so sharp. Just a typical friction folder, so you know, UK legal because non-locking and under 3 inches, but really handy, really tough. Yeah, recommend it a lot actually. It's a superb little pocket knife. And particularly good according to my use and experience of it and reviews on YouTube and whatnot is the sort of the steel and the blade. I mean, look at that. Just, it's difficult while I'm holding the camera and not looking, but I mean, it's a super little knife. Totally UK carry legal. So yeah, thought I'd just show it you while I'm taking the weight off my leg for a few minutes.